Thank you for coming and for your time. Every time I stand before you, as I will render to you my annual State of the Province address, knowing all along that we all share the same optimism and dream for our dear province. I come to you again on the significant occasion celebrating our 48th founding anniversary and culmination of the 23rd Naliagan Festival, bringing hopes and prayers that we can sustain in building a prosperous Agusan del Sur. The future has several names. For the weak, it is impossible. For the faint-hearted, it is unknown. But for the valiant, it is ideal. This profound insight of the famous poet, novelist Victor Hugo highlights that without ideal, there is no direction. That ideal has been grounded on a vision of prosperity gained through strengthened foundation in governance, collaboration, and sustainable development. And this administration has set an unprecedented standard for good governance. Our province is a huge land and considered as the fourth largest in the country. Based on our CBMS data, we have a population of 683,080, of which 41.3% live below the poverty threshold. We formulated our singular objective to reduce poverty incidence by 12.6% from 38.6 to 26% in the year to 2016 based on NSCB data. I consider it a very great challenge, especially with the meager resources of the provincial government. The objective prompted us to develop the Provincial Development Framework, in which one of the core principles is deliberately targeting the poor. This principle made me decide to embark on a flagship program with development interventions that cut across the economic infrastructure, social, environment, public safety, and security, and transforming the bureaucracy. This program is what we call USAD, or the Upland Sustainable Agroforestry Development. Our interventions in the year 2014 may not be much yet. I myself have my own frustrations, but I believe that we are a step closer to our desired state. We consider road as a major component to development. We are fortunate to have access external sources of funds like the Pamana from OPAP and DILG. This fund addresses the issue on peace and security that hampered the road development of some road-influenced barangays. Through the 49 provincial road projects funded by the province, Pamana and PRMF of House 8, benefiting 43,710 households, and with a total provincial road length of 631.34 kilometers, 40.52% or 255.842 kilometers were rehabilitated, improved, and maintained. Towards linking the periphery to the growth centers, out of the kilometers of roads rehabilitated or improved, 8.119 kilometers were at the USAD areas, serving 6,045 households. We have developed 603 hectares for rubber, upland rice, high-value crops, with a total enrollees of 1,045 in USAD areas. We have established a rubber seedling nursery and a 2-hectare rubber budwood garden at the Agricultural Resource Center in Bayugan City. We also established a crumbed rubber processing plant to support the rubber industry in the province. We have planted rice to an area of 92,260 hectares with a production of 326,510 metric tons with an average yield of 3.65 metric tons per hectare. On the other hand, a total of 23,157 hectares of corn with a production of 90,674 metric tons with an average yield of 3.9 metric tons per hectare. We supported the implementation of organic agriculture in partnership with the Department of Agriculture. Thanks to Director Mabeza for her support to the province of Agusan del Sur. Asa naman si Director. Thank you very much, Director, and I hope you continue to do so in the coming years. And I humbly ask our municipal mayors to do the same. Try to check what USAD is all about and put it in your heart so that there would be more passion in implementing such program in the 6 municipalities. And I do hope that in the coming years, it would be expanded in other municipalities that are interested or who believes what USAD as a program is all about. Mayors, hiluban mo. Region 13, through the provision of farm inputs and equipment, a total of 528 hectares of rice production and 47 hectares of corn were converted into organic farming system with an average production of 3.6 metric tons and 3.06 metric tons per hectare, respectively. To support the farmers, we have established 11 grains processing centers in partnership with the Department of Agriculture, serving 1,379.50 hectares and 887 farmers, which surpassed the target of 5 units in 2014, or 70% of the total target in 2016. We have also provided 118 units of other pre- and post-harvest facilities, jointly funded by our provincial government and the Department of Agriculture, with 1,120 farmer recipients. The province was recognized for good agricultural practices from production to harvesting and post-harvest handling, and awarded among the top 5 in the National Quality Corn Achievers Award by the Department of Agriculture. On animal health and production program, a total of 1,594 heads of pullets were distributed to various associations, individuals, a significant increase of 12% on the number of heads distributed as compared to the previous year, and consequently, a 262.9% increase in the number of beneficiaries. Ang ako lang ini, may tanagwa gipang ihaw kada pista ang mga free range nga manok kay mo sakit rabas Pilipino. Basta animal dispersal tendency, if it's a fiesta, ingnon i-report na sakit. Nangamatay, utro plus gipakaon na di ay sa ilang matag bisita, mangutang pagyod para ipalit og lamas. In line with the implementation of Dog and Rabies Control Ordinance, we have a remarkable accomplishment in rabies vaccination at 87.84%, higher than the average target of the World Health Organization of 80%. Consistent to the singular objective of poverty reduction were activities generating employment opportunities during a 5 jobs fair conducted. There were 85 applicants hired on the spot out of 558 registered applicants, valid for local and overseas employment. Considering information on career, employment, and illegal recruitment is of vital importance to our people. A total of 20 secondary schools and colleges were conducted with information orientation activities with 3,631 students as participants. Likewise, the province sustains its support to the special program for employment of students government internship program with 153 poor but deserving students employed and 75 students hired respectively. To prepare ourselves in the ASEAN integration, we are empowering Agusanons through skills and development and entrepreneurship services training. A total of 147 unemployed women, out-of-school youth, and OFWs were beneficiaries of the said skills training. The Continuing Livelihood and Employment Assistance Program, or LEAP, assisted 14 new micro-entrepreneurs, which generated 170 jobs, a remarkable increase of 32% from the year 2013. On the other hand, recognizing the menacing effects of climate change in all living creatures, the province supported and mobilized the 14 local government units in the formulation of the respective local climate change adaptation plan to counter the climate and weather anomalies. To address forest watershed denudation and protect locally declared watershed, the province conducted inspection to 1,243 hectares in the municipality of Veruela. It has also planted endemic fruit trees in 60 hectares of land in Bunawan and Veruela as part of the reforestation project. We continue to pursue our Pagtuon program, now enhanced to continually assess and study the needs of the recipient targeted beneficiaries in the area of education and find strategies to address the gaps. The enhanced Pagtuon program was directed to looking into networking and linkaging with appropriate department and stakeholders for successful implementation. The capacity development intervention was focused on the daycare teachers. It used to be called, in other areas, it's called daycare workers. But right now, in the province of Agusan del Sur, during our training, it came up that it will be changed to daycare teachers. Of the 6 identified USAD municipalities and the leaders, stakeholders from the MLGU and DepEd. Now, the Philippine Normal University Mindanao campus is committed to link with the program to cater to the undergraduate daycare teachers so that they can finish their education course. In partnership with PRMF under untied funds, we have constructed 17 daycare buildings with 3 projects still ongoing. The daycare service is implemented in 315 barangays, or 99% out of the 318 barangays in the entire province. We also provided indoor and outdoor facilities comprising of seesaw, slides, and swings to 6 daycare centers. A total of 610 daycare centers with 609 daycare teachers are serving the 21,084 children of the province of Agusan del Sur. There is an increase of 4.66%, or 973 between 3 to 4 years old children with access to early childhood care and development program. On the continuing scholarship program to the poor but deserving students, there were 373 grantees on various categories of the scholarship program. A total of 10 doctors have been returning their service and assigned to the 5 government hospitals, augmenting the need for doctors to enhance the delivery of health services to our constituents, one of whom now serves as the Municipal Health Officer of Veruela. The local school board funds supported the Education Department through the assistance of 114 elementary and 36 secondary school volunteer teachers. Support to special projects, sports and youth development services, interventions along education have attributed to the increasing trend in some key education indicators in school year 2013-2014. The implementation of Senior Citizens Burial Assistance Ordinance has greatly contributed to the increase in the membership of senior citizens. The province has extended the 1,068 senior citizens which the relatives of the deceased senior citizen will receive an amount of 4,000 pesos, which is 100% higher than what is prescribed under Expanded Senior Citizens Act. During disasters or calamities that hit the province, like Tropical Depression, Agaton, and Tropical Storm Senyang, a total of 44,572 families were affected. The province was able to provide relief assistance to 26,975 families. Towards attaining peace and development, the province is actively meeting the Provincial Peace and Order Council and supported the initiatives of the different agencies involved in the peace process. We are intensifying our efforts in partnership with the national government agencies and the Pamana projects for various interventions ranging from roads and bridges to water system. In the comprehensive local integration program, we had 98 former rebels who returned to the fold of the law. Out of the total former rebels, 30 were given livelihood and immediate assistance. And more surrenderies are coming, thanks with the cooperation of the Philippine Army. And at the same time, local government units like Mayor Dario Otasa. We have provided medical equipment and supplies to all hospitals and purchased some cold chain expanded program on immunization. For all the rural health units that resulted to high coverage of fully immunized children and mothers of 96%, which is more than the national target as well as the regional DOH target. Important health indicators in the Millennium Development Goals posted positive accomplishment compared to national targets. We are a filaria-free province, and the incidence of malaria is consistently zero in the past 3 years. In addition to promoting better health, 84% or 102,286 households have access to potable water. Before the end of my term, I am positive that the remaining 16% of the total number of households with access to potable water will be addressed. On the other hand, 86.4% have access to sanitary toilets. The provision of sanitary toilets lessened the food and waterborne diseases and minimized the occurrence of diarrheal diseases. We upgraded our 5 hospitals to improve the services of our patients. In response to the indigency program, we increased enrollment of our constituents to PhilHealth, benefiting 16,746 Agusanos. Aside from this, we are also implementing point of care of PhilHealth at the Plaza Memorial Hospital, where the hospital shoulders the contribution to PhilHealth. Moreover, contributions of the BHWs is recognized by the province, thus providing retirement pay of 25,000 pesos to a barangay health worker reaching 30 years in service or 65 years of age. This is identified as a best practice since we are the only province nationwide granting this as per DOH region. With the accomplishments in the health sector, the province was recognized and awarded as the top 3 province performer nationwide on measles, rubella, oral polio vaccine, and mass immunization campaign, while a top 1 performer in the entire Caraga region. The capacity development programs were conducted to 832 provincial government employees through in-house training, while 165 external capacity development programs were facilitated and 379 employees were sent to attend the programs. On the other hand, to improve efficiency in the transactions at the provincial government, 18 management information systems were maintained and sustained. A synchronized planning and budgeting, the province prepared enhanced 5 development plans to fund the priorities of the province as stipulated in the plans. In 2013, we have generated local revenues of 171,778,509 pesos, which increased to 186,137,644 pesos in the year 2014, or a 9% increase, amounting to 14,959,135 pesos. While in the current year, as of April, we have generated 74,051,414 pesos compared to 66,893,472 pesos in 2014, with an increase of 11%, or 157,942 in the same period. The increasing collection of the local revenues is a manifestation of the people's trust and confidence of this administration. The local revenues collected in the internal revenue collection allocation fuel the provincial bureaucracy to move forward to achieve its goals and objectives for the year. Thus, the province was awarded the Seal of Good Financial Housekeeping, a component of Seal of Good Local Governance by Department of Interior and Local Government. Meanwhile, the executive branch approved 13 provincial ordinances crafted by the legislative body. Among these that provide direct and indirect impact to the constituents were the consignment system in the provincial government-owned hospitals to effect the efficiency standard operating procedures in the consignment. Although this is a work in progress, but there's already an ordinance, and we have created a technical working group to implement the system in our provincial hospitals and district hospitals. Quality products and hospital services and the expanded PIGAS scholarship for the baccalaureate degree in order to increase the number of scholarship grantees, and 1/2 cup rice menu to increase awareness to local residents of the province in rice consumption and sufficiency. There were 433 SP resolutions passed as support legislations, and 163 public and committee hearings were also conducted. As an oversight function of the Sangguniang monitoring of the ordinances passed were constantly done in aid of legislation. Above all, these efforts, the guidance of divine providence in all our endeavors was imminent in all the moral and spiritual activities conducted at the provincial, capital, and various LGU institutions and NGOs. I thank my mentor, my mother, former Governor Valentina Plaza, for giving me the opportunity to serve as the provincial governor of the province of Agusan del Sur way back 2001. The accomplishments of the province is ably supported by all stakeholders, which I am very much grateful. In this juncture, may I direct your attention to a video presentation of some interviews conducted to beneficiaries or enrollees, because we're trying to shift calling our beneficiaries to enrollees so that it would be more of a demand-driven coming for our constituents, not from the government to the constituents, of the programs and the projects that were implemented.
Nagpasalamat jud ko nga kining karsada na ingani karon kay largo-largo na gyud ay problema.
So karon arang-arang na karon kay maka dulit-dulit na gid ang mga sakyanan karon diri sa among barangay.
Sa una magug panahon lisod gyud kayo kay grabe kalapok nya dangog kaayo nga gianan.
Nindot ay kayong dalan karon. Bahalag abog basta nindot na. Okay na sa amo anak. Litay namin. Salamat din sila.
Ang krasada sir nga nagikan sa pamanadako kini ikatabang diri sa among barangay. Sabi na sa mga katawan karon nga nasubay ni mong krasada agi ka pudong diri kay So kada abot ko sa daang among mga produkto sa iyo lang ang pagpagawan.
Ma-operate na ning planta, malipay ang mga rubber farmer. Tungod kay makakuha na sila dako nga presyo. Kung email siya diri, ang output ana mahimo siyang SPR20. So kuan po na siya ma-export.
Ang una-una namong mga dawat gikan sa probinsya ug sa atong Department of Agriculture sa regional office ang duha ka turtle, ikaduha ang combine harvester o dayon ang katong 4-wheel drive farm tractor ug ang kaning mga solar dryer. Mo ni ang amo pong abil. So nagpasalamat pud mi nga sa among hangyo nga natuman gyud.
Pasalamat mi sa gobyerno nga ilan ning gipaabot sa amo para sa amo ang uban nga mga tambay. Punta nga makasunod po sila ani nga skills. Kaya imbis nga maglakwatsa sila, makamao sila sa eskwela kay libre man. Makamao sila, magkatapos sa ilang pamilya.
Dako po di baligi katabang sa ako. Nagpasalamat jud po kog dako sa iyang hatag nga programa. So sa akong pagka-apil, nagamit na ko sa ako ang negosyo. Bisan tod ginagmay lang pero pag matigom-tigom na siya, at least naagi kay Panginoong paninguhaan adlaw-adlaw.
Nagpasalamat mi sa atong gobyerno diri lalo na sa province kay governor ug sa kaning peso kay nako kayo na tabang sa amoa, dili lang sa amoa pod sa uban pod nga mga OFW kasi nga Agusan. Kay actually nakoy mga kauban sa barko, nagsulti ko sa ila nga kung kinahanglan sila kwarta tumo sa peso, unsa sila unsa lang peso. But sa ilang lugar wala sila ka balok, wala sila ingana nga program. So lucky ta diri sa Agusan nga at least natay ingani nga program makatabang sa mga tao.
Mulambo jud ang ang sitio kung naani kay so di na siya bitaw nga low level kay brag nindot po kayong project. Dako jud kay pasalamat kang goal kay syempre nagkuan siya daghan nga project di labi na diri sa mua. Dako jud kay katabang sa tanan nga gibuhat nga project. Salamat jud kay go.
I hope magida ko ang gina-pray nga dili lang taman sa amoa ang maka-benefit ani kutob sa tanang mga estudyante or kutob sa tanang batan-on nga nangandoy para nga kanang mulambo pud ang ilahang ang estado sa ilahang kinabuhi. I hope nga dili magpadayon ni nga programa o magpadayon nga ang ilahang pagtabang kay dako jud kaayo ang ilahang ang nahimo ani nga programa para sa mga kabatan-onan dinhi sa Agusan.
Mahinungdanon kayo ni mga senior citizen ko kay kasagaran sa mga senior citizen, mga indigent na gyud. Unya kung simba ko mahitabo nga mohalin na sila sa laing naso, laing lugar, ang nabilin very family mo suffer. Nalipay ko sa gibuhat sa initiative sa Gudyang Palalawigan pinaagi sa kusog sa atong gobyerno daw.
So siguro kung wala tong cash assistance gikan sa probinsya, siguro magkanindiin pud mi og pangita kung asa mi makakita atong tabang o atong panginahanglan namo para matagbo.
Ang cases sa mga malaria sa unang diarrhea kan sa tubig, 40% ang naka-epekto sa malaria kanang diarrhea kanang amoeba. O kaya dili man good safety ang tubig nga mainom sa namo mga katawhan diri sa Sicilia. Sa karon pagkakaron, pag evaluate namo sa barangay sa mga bisabulyo, wala na sinati nga yung napigikalibang, wala yung nga dalo pag center sa probinsya hospital kay nakaangko naman siya og kanang sakto nga potable water.
Kanilaging CR nga bangag ra, baw kaayo. O no makadisturbo po sa silingan. Lahi man gyud ning CR nga tubig kay ngumang banwasan di man baho. Pero kanang bangag kay moalis bumang gyud ang bangag. Ang atong gobernador nga mo naghatag sa atong project nga kaning CR. Nagpasalamat yun mi dako kay sa iya nga naabtan mi ani nga project. Daghan jud kaayong salamat.
The challenge is great, especially to maintain all our achievements. The idea to be continuously sustainable is a daunting task, which I know there are still a lot of things to be done. But I have a strong faith in our province and our people that I firmly believe we can sustain in building a prosperous Agusan del Sur. It is fulfilling to have done a noble cause towards building a greater future for the people and for the generations to come. Our actions will be our strength in building our beloved province. We are on a mission to pursue greater things, no matter how little we have started. For great things come from small beginnings. With a unity and common desire to rise above the challenges, notwithstanding our limited resources and understanding the diversity of our opinion, I am proud to say that we have overcome them. In behalf of the provincial government of Agusan del Sur, I'd like to thank my two lovely sisters serving as our congresswoman from District 1 and District 2, Sangguniang Panlalawigan, headed by the Vice Governor himself, Santiago Cali Jr., all our municipal mayors, headed by our LMP President, Honorable Loloy Bondehar, regional directors of different national line agencies who help the province of Agusan del Sur in creating more economic activities by helping our farmers and all other constituents. Thank you very much, regional directors. And also to mention our new judge, RTC, Agusan del Sur, Judge Salakop. Please stand. I hope na ganang mamariso nga mga nagdruga dito. And of course, to my family who are here right now are supporting me, headed by Roslyn P. Carlos. And of course, the technical working group of the Daliagan Festival for making this festival a very successful one. Thank you very much sa inyong suporta. Bisan pa nagkayamukat na ta, but still, we were able to overcome all the obstacles that we have confronted. And to my fellow public servants, men and women of the provincial government of Agusan del Sur, to our stakeholders, civil society organizations, daghang salamat ug ako nang hinahanglan pa ug dugang suporta gikan kaninyo, dili lamang suporta nga pag-ingon ko tabang ni kung dili mapakita o magikan sa inyong kasing-kasing ang pagtabang sa atong katawhan kay dakong Venus kayo nato o kwintahon nato ngani. Kay kita siguro makakaon og katulo sa usa ka adlaw. Napay pakaping snack kaduha, usay katulo pa mag-snack mo nang daghan diabetic. Musaka mo sa kabukiran nato, hopefully one of these days makita ninyo ang usad nga programa nganong nagmugna ang usad nga programa tungod sa nakita sa kaubanan nato mga hiping ani unsa kalisod ang kahintang sa atong katawhan ngadto sa kabukiran. Naalay daghan kakulian usab kay tungod sa complexities. Usahay maglibog na ko daw kakulangon ba sa edukasyon? Tungod ba nga sila nag-asa lamang naanad nga tagaan lamang sa gobyerno, nga sila nakalimot na sa ilaw usab responsibilidad, isip sila beneficiary or enrollees. Mao kini ang hulagway nga nakita nato dili lamang anhi sa lalawigan sa Agusan del Sur kung dili sa entero nasod Pilipinas. Kinahanglan ang stakeholders ug ang gobyerno dungan ug lihok, dili lamang ang usa ang maglihok, ang gobyerno lamang ang maglihok, ang stakeholders dili. Mao gyapon nga ang stakeholders maglihok, ang gobyerno di maglihok. Through this, with the concerted effort, we can do a lot more for the province of Agusan del Sur and for our country. Because what I have been saying, a successful barangay would definitely create a successful municipality. A successful municipality will definitely have a successful province. And a successful province would definitely make a successful country. So akong giawag utro ang akong mga kaubanan. Makita magkahiusa gihapon sa atong mga kalihukan. Let us double time gihapon. Permanente double time kay naagid tay sakit usahay ang Pilipino. Sa sugod, paspas arangkada, unya naagi panahon mo back down. Although there's a lot of complexities with this, but I do hope there will be more cooperation and more teamwork among department heads and among co-employees. That's why I would like to thank, because I'm doing my best in the national level to be able to get some external help. And thanks again, I'd like to thank again our two congresswomen for really supporting me in those endeavors. And I would also like to thank my mom for supporting me. Although usahay na ami constructive argument. Natural man na siya. Kaya ang mama mangyod, ang anak na dahil gulo usahay, dahil gulo gid usahay. And of course, I'd like to thank my guardian angels, headed by Lito and the crew, for helping me and for making sure my security is okay in the province of Agusan del Sur. Although di na rin yung makita, and also to my fairy godmother who's always on top of me, helping me in achieving what needs to be achieved for the province of Agusan del Sur. And I'd like to thank this administration, headed by the President Pinoy, for all the support. In spite and despite we don't belong to the Liberal Party. Naagihapon ang iyang tabang wa niya gitalikuran tungod kay dili liberal ang Agusan del Sur, wa ni abot na tabang gikan sa nasyonal nga panggamanan. Ako na pong pasalamatan ang atong duha ka kongresista tungod sa ilang maayo na relasyon ngadto sa nasyonal nga panggamanan mo nang nahitabo nga maayo sa ang nahitabong relasyon nako ngadto sa nasyonal nga panggamanan. And hopefully naamanggit si Director Mabesa ang PRDP, which is Philippine Rural Development Program, that the province is embarking right now is in the final or finishing touches stage. This is an 800 million pesos plus na dilipod grant. It is a counterparting scheme in which the provincial government has set aside 80 million pesos for this endeavor. And for the information of everybody, especially to the DA, the World Bank came to my office a week ago, and I told them the province is still prepared up to 200 million counterpart in order for us kay kapoy sigig minting sa karsada. Naa namang giting oportunidad. PRDP is a 6-year continuing program. And hopefully, in the coming years, magsigig kadugang tungod sa atong performance level, di bali sa panghinambog, ingon gyud ang mga taga-World Bank nga nganira sila nakakita nga ang naghimo sa plano ug tanan gikan sa PEO o sa atong Provincial Engineering Office dili sama sa uban nga probinsya nga nagkuha og consultant para himuon ang program of work, himuon ang detailed engineering ug himuon ang tanang kalihutan. Nganhi lamang daw nila nakita sa Agusan del Sur ang maong kalihutan. So pasalamat kita sa PRMF House Aid because of their capacity building that they gave the province of Agusan del Sur. That's why we have such good and able engineers that can do this particular project. And still, I'd like to thank Secretary Gingeles of OPAP also for her support. Grabe yung support niya na ang roads and bridges coming from DPWH, DILG, Department of Agriculture, nagbukbuk yan gani sa probinsya sa Agusan del Sur in order to address also at the same time peace and order in the province. Because as I have said, as I have seen in our video, in order to address insurgency, dili pwede sigilan taggira. And Colonel Macario of our brigade commander also believes in that, na dili magsilbi nga sige taggira. And in order to address insurgency, there should be some sort of development in upland areas or CNN influence areas in order for the people of that particular community to feel that the government is with them. And again, ladies and gentlemen, in behalf of the provincial government of Agusan del Sur, thank you very much to all stakeholders and to all of you, fellow Agusanon. Happy 48th Foundation Day anniversary of our beloved province. And I hope you will still join us this afternoon during our Binaga Festival and our culmination of the Naliagan Festival. Kita ko gabi, grabe ang traffic sa karsada. Naabtan ang bot kung sa oras na po di abot. And everybody is expecting annually the Naliagan Festival, and it becomes a pressure to me. Because most of the people, especially in Facebook, are always expecting more and more. The problem is, again, budget. Problem is, again, how to be more creative in such a way that we can deliver a better Naliagan Festival in the coming years ahead of us. But again, with the support of the mayor, which I would really thank them for all the support, grabe ang support, to the point some municipal mayors are spending more than the price. So atong palakpakan ng atong mayors. And I deeply appreciate that. Rest assured, kung asa mo masaya, suportaan po. Kamo, namo. Dili nakurahan, namo. So again, ladies and gentlemen, before I finish, I'd like to thank Manny Rosaot of Ensay. Please stand up, Manny's. Although daghan naglagot ini niya, daghan po ganahan niya for a successful Naliagan Festival. Thank you, and may God bless the province of Agusan del Sur, and long live the Republic of the Philippines.